one of bad illusions of communist politics was that elite culture could be transferred for the masses. So, ideal of one day everyone will sing Traviata and will dance ballet. You know, with this illusion, if you are born as a young, you're really not because you are clever. You wanna do something against. It's just by nature, you know. You start to be pressed by Greeks. They respect their culture. They respect tradition. They work on it. They preserve it. They add someone who goes in that direction. So it's very different. It's very different in the basic things. Sandra, what you were talking about?
About the, you know, the first part of your career while you were working just in Yugoslavia. So you were probably putting the basement of rock and roll in Yugoslavia. That would be probably
yeah, maybe that's in first, maybe because I was first guy who make money with this. I think this was more, let's say, charmest point of all of it. I think maybe today or in the next 10 years they will maybe discover what is behind. But this was, I think, charmiest point of all this, because there's in a system of values when if you are good, life will give you well. There is a guy who was, I was in school nothing. I wasn't really enthusiastic in high school, and I was suddenly famous and rich. So all the system of value was upside down, and this was, I think, charmiest point of all this. And then a few songs, I don't know what will, in 10 years, what will be still alive. But I think my best period is now, because I'm comfortable. I don't work anymore for I don't know, you know, when you are rock and roll, you don't know, do you really work career or you work on music? That's the problem, because you are pushed all the time to have success.
Yeah, do you think that nowadays, for example, musicians first think of their image, how they could look like and how to present their work, and then, you know, what in fact the music shall bring?
No, I don't think that what I'm thinking of all this, it's for everybody else, but I'm just, that's, you know, I'm very old. Not just by age, I've got really long mileage, you know. When you buy a car, you have age and mileage. My mileage is very, very long. So I don't need this bullshit anymore.
But when you mentioned, you know, mileage, are you tired sometimes?
No, I'm good old car. Very good design. No, it's not, this is not a problem. No, the only nice thing is because I'm comfortable to working on the music. I don't care anymore about career, about my reputation, about who cares. I mean, I don't need I can't even imagine that someone has my poster on the walls. I would feel really ridiculous.
Made so many interviews with musicians, and I was present at the recordings. And I got the idea somehow that musicians, while composing, don't think too much of expressing themselves, but they think, oh, is the audience going to like this or not?
Listen, I'm working on something that audience will never like it. What I'm doing is Balkan music, so you cannot count on it. It was never successful and it will never be successful.
But how come in your case it is successful?
Yes, but it's not something that you can count on it. It's just...
It seems if you touch something, it becomes gold.
No, I don't think so. It's just it happens, but you cannot count on it. How you can count on it? That you know all the world dance on normal rhythms. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how dance normal world all around the world. And we dance 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2. Who can dance this? Nobody, except on the Balkans. So it's not something that you can transfer outside and count on it. No one will really learn how to dance rhythms 7, 8, 9, 8, 11, 8. It will never happen. It happens sometimes. There are some curiosity. They are sick maybe of all this junk there, so they will go maybe one night to eat Balkan food. They will stink for 1 week on onion and garlic, and maybe they will buy my record. Who knows? But it's not something that you can count on it.
But, I'm sure, for example, if I ask you now, what would be the next music you're going to work on?
I will tell you, I have now pressure like I had during my rock and roll period, because I started selling records now. Of course, I've got to pressure one more time in my life to have success, to continue selling records. But now it's easy for me to resist. I will make one record which will have a very old-fashioned structure.
It isn't like, just circumstance to work with somebody. How do you choose?
I never worked with commercial artists, never in my life. All artists I worked with are artists which I would like to take autograph. And they were never stars, actually. Iggy Pop was, I don't know how to say, he has allegoric value as someone who is, when you say punk, he's one stereotype. But he was never a commercial artist. First time in his life he was on Billboard charts with my song, In the Dead Car. He was never before on Billboard charts. Cesaria Evora, it's one old woman from Cape Verde. Never commercial star. Or I don't know, Ofra Haza, or I don't know, a few artists which I worked with.
Yes,
Scott Walker, who was star in 60s, something. But his stereotype, he was his most imitated singer in the world during the 70s. He's idol of everybody. So I like to work with stereotypes, because I represent one stereotype, and I like to put together strong stereotypes. It's nothing to do with commercial.
Johnny Depp?
Yeah, but he was a friend, and he's not someone who sells records. He never sells any record. He was just speak little on my record. But
and of course, when I mention Bregović or Kusturica, usually people just add the other one. Do you mind it? I mean, do you find it?
No. But unfortunately, that this people need this kind of romantic friendships, which is on the movie in 1999 almost impossible. It's too hysterical environment movie. It's too important to have success. It's impossible to be friends. It's too important. It's different between success and unsuccess. It's so huge that if you are really on the movie, if you are stuck on it, you think that even your parents will not love you if you don't have success, or your kids. It's too hysterical for the friendship.
But you're friends, of course, and you probably talk to each other and meet from time to time.
Not really for the years, honestly.
So who are your friends?
Oh, there are the years that you make a real friendship, when you have a time to make the friendship. So if you analyze your friendship, they are always from this time, from school, from university. Even all my best friends, which I don't even need to check them often, but I know in case that police were looking after me, I've got addresses where to hide. They are always addresses of my old friends. It's difficult to find time now to making the friendships, because in this ages it's not. There are I met some nice people even in this rush.
What would be the reason the police could search for you?
a lot of reasons.
For example?
No, I'm a good guy.